Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades as per usual. And let's dive right into the analysis here. And as you guys can probably tell, the markets had another all-time high today, but not followed through with significant buying. It was more like selling, fear, stepping a little bit back in, and that was probably due to the fact that the dollar was once again surging towards the upside. If you guys take a look at the DXY today, let me just get over here. The DXY, we actually gapped down on the dollar, but surged back up, and the yields were definitely trying to go towards the downside, but holding up here. So to me, this actually looks like we could be extending an ABC here. If you get on the smaller time frames, not the 45-minute, but more like the 4-hour, you could definitely see that we're forming a bit of an ABC. So this should extend a little bit higher. And if we do a little bit of a price target calculation, I'll give it to you guys in just a moment. I can kind of tell you guys where this is going to be headed in the short term. Take a look at where this B wave could be headed, and it would be between, let me just get this, oh, there we go, this box here on the rectangle. Between the dollar should be headed between the 100% of retrace and the 6.8, so the 104.97 and 106.079. But if we do go past this high here, which is essentially almost like a double top at this point, if we go anywhere past this high, in my opinion, this would invalidate this 1-2 setup for the dollar to go lower, right? And the dollar could actually continue to push higher and much higher, and that would be actually very bearish for the market. So we may have just had a big shift in our narrative, right? So we still have this one that's this possible bullish one. Right now it's looking a little bit impulsive too, but we can definitely count an ABC. We can make 3 moves out of it. If it double tops, then we'll know that the dollar is going down and we get a strong reversal, then the dollar is going lower. But if not, and the dollar continues to push higher, which by the way, right now, I don't know why, but it seems like there was like a giant wick towards the downside there, and then the dollar pumped back up. But right now, it's just a new candle, and the dollar is going up. And the equities in the after hours were actually all up. We get over to the Russell 2000; they were all up. But now starting to flip a little bit red due to probably the dollar rising a little bit. But we'll probably get some more data tomorrow. There was a lot of data coming out today, but tomorrow we have Jerome Powell speaking once again, and we have the Euro Summit, and that's basically it. Other than that, there's not much data that's left to come out. But Jerome Powell is going to speak again, so please keep an eye on that. He's going to be speaking at 9 a.m. He's going to be delivering opening remarks at the Fed Listen event in Washington, D.C. Let's take a look at the SPY here. So obviously the SPY gapped up. It was kind of just selling throughout the day. Triple Qs pushed up higher as well, and I believe they made a new all-time high as well. So I mean, market seems to be very bullish on this FOMO buying here, but I think that if it's already starting to sell off, we actually may get a deeper pullback before we continue higher, right? So this could be another dip to buy. Same thing for the IWM. The IWM was surging these last couple of days, but it could reverse quite quickly and form a bit of an ABC correction, and then you would have this buy area down here at 194 to 190, which would be another opportunity before you continue higher, right? If you break these levels, then you could have significant downside. But the Fed seems to have chosen the inflation route, which is the easy route out. They're going to sacrifice the dollar. But right now, the dollar is surging, right? So we'll see how everything plays out tomorrow. Let's take a look at the SPY. The SPY, again, very bullish candle today, a -5 and a 16. We could actually take a look at the new candle it just printed. A little bit less bullish, -4 and a 12, but looks like buy the dip continues. Maybe this is, we are going to get a little bit of a dip tomorrow, and it's going to be a buying opportunity. But right now, it's not too much of a buying opportunity. We're at all-time highs. 4 hour showing loss of momentum here with a 20 and a -5 on the dual band strength index. However, you still got green money flow, although it's not that strong. We are seeing signs of exhaustion in this market, obviously in the SPY and the triple Qs, but it doesn't mean that this rally can't go higher, right? And if we really are topping out in this super bearish scenario, and this is it, people are really trying to top tick this market and time the top, which is the wrong thing to do. Just let it go down. Let it go down, and then get it on the bounce, short it on the bounce up. Because if you are looking to short the bounce, because the bounce will fail. If this is really the top, this is for the bears, obviously, who keep trying to short this market. But overall, if this bounce fails, which it should, if it's starting to top out here and you retrace down to these levels, then yeah, you'll get a very good opportunity to reshort this. And again, we're in my danger area right now, so this is the time for caution, to be a little bit more cash heavy than all in and exposed. But I am definitely long some names right now, and I did take some profits today on this IWM pump, which was pretty crazy. We rallied from like the lows here, 199, 4.5% in 3 days. Taking a look at the SPY here, not too much selling on the daily, 4-hour time frame, nothing there. And I think the 1 hour, we got some selling right around the highs. So maybe we'll get another pullback, right? Another dip to buy. Anyways, let me take a look at some individual names. Someone asked me to take a look at HUT because they said I didn't cover HUT yesterday. No HUT since you mentioned it yesterday. So HUT is basically in a very long-term buy area right now, for me at least, when I look at Bitcoin. But Bitcoin could be getting a dip down soon, and it might go to like the $59,000 levels, which is still possible. But if that's the case, then you want to be careful buying this. You want to be careful buying at this level. You could obviously make out that there's a couple levels down here at $6.51 and a big one at $4.19. This name has not gotten a significant rally in a pretty long time, but I think it'll be a very good performer once the bull run really starts and we have larger targets between 135 and 213. Again, I know these numbers seem insane, but when you look at these prices when we were down here on HUT, $3.38 a share, and then you rallied to the highs of $81, a 2,300% pump. And that's what these crypto stocks are really going to do if crypto ever gets its big run up into all new all-time highs. These names will do that. So again, you could be looking at like a 1,500% pump or another 2,000% gain, depending obviously on when you enter. The lower you enter, obviously, the more a percentage gain you're going to get once you get to these levels, right? Let me take a look at Mara now. We'll take a look at Mara very quickly. So Mara looks like, I was actually checking on it today. Seems to be getting a bit of a pullback in a wave 4 now. I think the wave 4 could be finishing up, and then you'll go lower in a fifth wave in this buy area. Bigger bounce in a B, and then come back down in a C. Could also be a flat. Doesn't have to bounce this high. Could just do that. But we'll see how the charts develop once we get more data. Taking a look at ROKU. ROKU obviously taking a little bit of a dump near the end of the day. I do like ROKU, the setup for ROKU right now. I think if we could get down to this level around $60, I would be a big buyer. And right now, if the dollar keeps pumping and you see the NASDAQ pulling back and the S&P pulling back, we may get this buying opportunity in ROKU. So this is going to be a buy area for me if ROKU starts to pull back here. Let me take a look at Apple. Apple, once again. So Apple, we hit my sell area. We came down from it, and then we came back up into it. And I mentioned yesterday, or the other day, that Apple is doing something similar to ROKU, where we entered my buy area. We came down and we retested it one more time to confirm, and now you came down from it from a significant. Now you're gonna get a significant drop, right? I'm not saying it's gonna play out like ROKU, but I think Apple is gonna come down and make a lower low, and this 4% move down today is kind of indicative of that. And I'll be looking for a 5-wave move down. Once it finishes up, then I'll be looking for a buy. But again, if we break this low here, this pivot around 165, then we got to be looking lower for Apple. This means that this ABC here is actually in a larger it's a larger 5-wave move. This means it's a 1, a 2, this is a 3, 4, and a 5, and it's going to finish here. Not like an ABC that I've drawn out like this, right? This is just a quick ABC, and then you go into a 1, 2. But this could also be a part of a larger ABC, which means this is going to be your 1, like I said, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay? So just pay attention to that. And if we break this low, then we're most likely going to go to 158 to 148 on Apple, which is really unfortunate. You know, that would be like another 9% drop. Let me take a look at one more name. Let's take a look at PayPal. PayPal is actually breaking out today, I think. Getting a nice move higher, up another 1.68%. Looks like a wave 1 to me. I think this is going to get a nice little rally in the coming days if the markets can hold up. If not, it's going to start to pull back in a wave 2. And once that's finished, then you'll get a bounce, and you should go higher in a wave 3. All right. Let me take a look at, let's take a look at Nvidia. Take a look at Nvidia. Nvidia is actually extending the B wave, I believe. Today we made another high. Is it another high? Let me just zoom in. Kind of an ugly ABC right now. ABC. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can make the case that it should be finishing at any moment. Something like this. And you're coming down to this area. I'd have to readjust it because we made a new high today, but it's not going to be too much of a stretch here. Like, you're probably going to move a couple. The price target is going to move a couple dollars. So we were at 787. Now the buy area is at 789. Or sorry, 795 and 714. So that's your buy area for Nvidia. And it should be supported. This drop here should be supported, and it should be met with buyers. This level should be met with buyers, and you're going to see a lot of people FOMO in, or maybe panic sell in this drop here in a C leg. But just know it could also extend a little bit lower. I have a larger wave 4 target area between 774 and 648. Okay, so again, even if we get down to these levels here on Nvidia, it would still be a buy, and you could go even higher. Let me take a look at. We'll take a look at maybe we'll cover Meta, Google. Meta seems like it needs more downside. Google actually, I'm not sure if I like this chart setup here. It looks like it's getting ready to pull back down in a pretty dramatic way. It could be a 1-2. It could be already a 1-2, and you're starting the whole new trend down. But again, you know, the markets it doesn't really look like the markets are set up for that. Maybe some stocks are, but the market seems to just want to push higher. Could it top out at any moment? Yeah, it could. The bear case, you know, the bears have a very strong thesis. You know, these markets should be going down, but they keep going up. There's so many buyers. The Fed is so dovish. They're going to cut rates at any moment, or sorry, not any moment. They're going to cut rates sooner than expected, hopefully. And then this market's just going to take off. But we'll see. We'll see how everything plays out. I'm also a very big bear. I do believe in the bear case. Don't get me wrong. I do believe this market will top out eventually, and all of these gains that we've experienced are going to be erased pretty darn quickly. All right. I think that's it for individual names. Maybe we'll cover. Someone asked me for DWAC. What's that? Let's take a look at DWAC. Digital World Acquisition. Okay, all right. So charts like this are never easy, but I can tell you that this is probably an A, B, and then you C, right? And now the problem is, did we take out the what is this? Is this the IPO here? $9. As long as you stay above that, you can still have upside. If you take out the lows, and then you could have a lot of problems. So to me, this looks like you're in a wave 3, a larger term wave 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So now you could be finishing up and making one more high, but even with this parabolic move, I can't tell you that with confidence that it's a great opportunity. You know, you're just chopping sideways in a wave 4 right now, but it should technically make one more high. It should make one more high. I can give you a price target quickly, but this thing, there's no guarantees with this stock. I don't even know what it is, but we can give you a target just on Elliott wave calculations. Let me see here. So probably somewhere in the 76 to 103 area. Probably come up back to this peak, double top, and then, you know, reverse all these gains and come back down in an ABC. And then you'll lose all the gains you made. Let me take a look at Chewy. Someone wants me to take a look at Chewy. Wow. Okay, so this is definitely, it's tough. It's, wow. It's not the greatest chart. Let me get rid of some of these moving averages. I can get a better read of things here. Yeah, okay. Earnings today on Chewy or the other day, and then some news pushed it down 10% today. 5%er, underperform. So it's being downgraded. Let me take a look quickly at what Big Money's doing with this name. Are they buying it at these levels? They were buying it. Larger time frames. They were unloading here. They bought the dip back in June. They got 120% rally. Okay. I'm not seeing any buying right now, but Big Money accumulated here. They probably already unloaded off this rally. 18% rally. I don't like names that take out their IPO and you just start going lower and lower and lower. I mean, you could be in price discovery for a very long time. Same thing for like Rivian and those names like that. So I mean, this is a very risky buy in my opinion. You do whatever you think is best, and if it plays out, it plays out. But I can't really give you technical analysis on this kind of chart. I mean, I could force something here. Let me take a look at the larger time frames. Yeah, you're just in a sea leg that keeps extending. It just keeps extending lower and goes lower and lower and lower. When is it gonna end? Oh man, I don't know. You're continuing to build bullish divergence on the weekly, but the second you break this, you're gonna crash. You'll take out the lows. It's already on the line. If it needs to bounce, it's now or never. If you break this upsloping trend line, I think you'll start capitulating. You'll go to like the 10, the 5s, but I mean, hey, it's do what you want. All right, I think that's it for now, guys. I think I covered enough stuff for today. Oil seems to be reversing. We almost hit my price target in the third wave, but it could still get there. It's down a little bit right now, 29 basis points, but it's not that much. We'll see more tomorrow. We could actually get a pullback and a nice setup for another buying opportunity. Again, I exited some options today for some really good gains, but I'd be more than happy to get back into them. Anyways, have a wonderful evening, guys. Thank you so much for the support. We're at 630 subscribers, and I can't wait till we get to 1,000.